Hello, Al. I'm just going to explain the instructions for the community engagement homework. And this is like worth 10 points. And unfortunately, part of the initial homework was to actually do community engagement by going to the Community Learning Center, but we will not be able to do that. So all this will be theoretical in a way. So each student needs to choose one of like 4 categories, which is like inform, consult, collaborate, and empower, which are the different categories that are set by the International Organization of Public Participation, or IP2. And I will be giving a lecture on that so you can know more about what that exactly means. We divided the class into people who are going to present on Thursday of like next week from 6 to 7 for Western Leadership Institute students. So it's on Thursday, April 2nd, which is not the day of the class. And we have the students that have volunteered for that are in green here. Demetri volunteered to talk about open house and public meeting. And these green things or highlights are the public participation that we could claim that we did to some extent. So we went actually to a public meeting, but usually in a public meeting, well, you could make a public meeting that is also an open house. An open house is like usually happens in the city. So it's like if a developer wants to talk about a building that they want to construct or a plan that they have, they usually will go to City Hall and they will set up some posters like we just did, but in the hallway. So because we put posters together and people came and talked to us, we will count these up both as like open house or public meeting. And Dimitri will be like talking about this technique. And for the other student that it will be Cody, in where he will be presenting on Placer, which is something that we did like which was like putting together some random toys and asking people, kids, to like just think about their ideal city and just build their ideal city. And then we asked them what they find interesting about their city or what they build in order to like think about what are the values that they had. So there's some pictures actually in the Google Drive under the photos folder of like place people using this instrument, and there's a website called I think it's Placeit, but if not, it's like under James Rojas, which is the one who invented this technique, or at least who coined this technique. And I will be sending details to you, Cody, about this. And then we have like Heather doing the community survey, and we did like a community survey asking people several questions. The community survey is in the Google Drive, so you can find it and see some of the questions that we asked. I will have to go tomorrow to the office and actually I find the surveys and print them so you know what people said about this. So basically for these 3 people, what I want you to do is like on Thursday, talk about these techniques, generally speaking, but then say that this is something that you did in the class. And obviously you will explain a little bit more about what we have been doing in class and answer other questions and so on. There's other students who can join, like Sami mentioned that she could potentially come on Thursday so she can check in, and Kobe said the same thing. So you're welcome to like make it on Thursday. So I will upload this and then we can just put here, you know, your name on the top saying for the people who are coming um, on Thursday and the people who are coming on Wednesday. So for the rest, we divided. It's like Sami will choose between something that is left here. You can also look for other like informed techniques, and actually you can look at the report from Salt Lake City to look for other ideas. Then you have Finn will do like another technique here in consult. In collaborate, we have like Trey and Colby, and then JK and Miso will do one in empowerment. So basically what you need to do is create a PowerPoint. The presentation has 3 slides. One slide is an overview of the tools and the appropriateness. Another slide is the weakness, strength, and the other one is like 2 case studies in real life for those that are not in the green. And for those in the green, you will actually talk about what happened in the class. So we are going to take a look at the PowerPoints here. So this is in the Drive. And one of the first things you will see is that there's a nice overview here in the beginning. This is from a report that I wrote, in where it divides these different tools, but it has like more tools. So these are like similar to the increasing level of public impact. So it has like inform, it has consult, involve, collaborate, and empower. So in the ones that you saw, like involve is not there, so collaborate is there. And this is because like involve and collaborate, they're pretty similar in a way, but collaborate is a little bit more committed in terms of like time and energy from the people who are participating. But here you can see that there's an increasing level of public impact. So these techniques require very little time from the people participating, and these ones require a lot of time. And the same thing about the people in the city or the people who are looking to engage others. This will take less time, and this one will take very little time. And that includes even years, because if you're going to empower a particular group, that might take decades. It also takes a lot more money. So the way that this is divided is that you're trying to see what is the public participation goal, what I'm trying to achieve. If I'm trying to communicate issues about a plan, then I can just like inform you, tell you in my newsletter, in the flyer, in the website, in an open house, or have a public meeting. And I'm not really looking for information. I'm just like telling you. In consult, then we want some feedback in terms of like being able to think about alternatives and make an informed decision. So that would be the reason. I do have a reason to ask you if you will support X, Y, and Z, because we want to know if it's politically feasible or if people are interested. So there's the information that I need in order to make my project work. And because of that, I'm going to consult you. So you might have like public comments, public hearings, focus groups, or surveys. Then you have like involve. So it's to ensure that the public wants are understood and are taken into consideration. So this will be like a little bit more time commitment, in where you have like an open discussion and you're really trying to understand what are the concerns of people. So you will do something like this with community leaders, with people that are more engaged, not absolutely with every single resident. And you may have like these open space meetings, which is just like people talking for like an hour or two about a particular topic. You can have a workshop about maybe a design. It's called like charrettes. So a lot of these things, as you can see, is in the collaborate. So it's a little bit, these things are similar. You have also polling. In collaborate, you're like partnering with the public in each aspect of planning. So you involve someone through the beginning, through the end in the process. Here you want, again, like people who are community leaders, people who are more engaged to be part of like citizen advisory committees. These ones are usually appointed, so there will be like 12 community residents that are maybe part of community councils, or maybe they are, I don't know, in their church, or they represent a particular cultural group, or maybe they're part of a nonprofit, and then they make decisions about being in the trust fund or whatever it is. Then you could have like things like consensus building, something in the like the inland port. It could benefit from this kind of like exercising where you have to develop something and you have the zoning for something, but what that something will look like, or what you cannot include every single people in the city through this process, but some people that represent a variety of stakeholders and different groups that can be part of a participatory process that is pretty in depth, and people can make even participatory decisions. And Empower is really about supporting completely what a community group wants to do. So in this case, you will give money to a community group. As I said before, one of the examples, it would be like, I have $1 million that I'm going to give to community councils, and they can do whatever they want with those funding. The other thing could be, well, I have all this money and I will help you to start a nonprofit organization, or help you to do a leadership program so people in the community can join some of these like citizen advisory committees, or being in the planning commission, in the trust fund committees. So it's like something that you will, only a few people will be part of this empowerment process, but it will be something that, you are putting a lot of funds and a lot of energy into. So again, like looking at the first category, we have like social media, and this is an example that I was trying to give in class, but you will not be able to see these slides. So basically you have to do 3 slides. One is like where the first slide has an overview of the tool, and then the appropriateness. So for what you want to use this particular tool. Then you have like, what are the weaknesses and what are the strengths of this like tool. And finally, you have 2 case studies, if they're hypothetical, right? Well, you find 2 case stories in reality, but what I'm saying is that this is not something that we did in class, that it's more like you do research about 2 case studies. And then this slide, if you have like the green highlights of things that we have done in class, which were the Placeit, also the open house, public meeting, and the survey. Then here you will put like some pictures about like our brand. Again, there's like photos in the Google Drive, and then you will put some things that we did and what you learned about what was done. So that's basically it. These slides are in the Google Drive under the engagement assignment. And what you're gonna do is like find any 3 and make your own. So for example, this one is traditional media. It has like the same public meeting, the same pattern, and then it goes into consult. So you just have to use this as some sort of template. But there's very good examples already in there. The other thing is that matches the PowerPoint is I'm already sharing my document. No, no, why it's not opening the report. So there's a report that is about community engagement techniques, and this was prepared by the last semester students. So it has like, again, different strategies, and this is like a writing that they did, and you can find your tool and maybe read more beyond the slides that they presented. Another thing is that the students were asked to do some presentations. So there's some presentations that were done by video, and you can
community engagement technique I'm going to be
see
using
these ones.
today is social media. Social media refers to websites such as Facebook, Twitter.
So what you do is like something similar, like a short presentation, by using your slides, and there's like 13 examples that other students did. So all this is in the Google Drive. I will try to go to the email, and this one is not it. I guess you can look at it on your own, but all those materials are in there. So something else I wanted to explain is the other homeworks. So let's go to the syllabus. So in the syllabus, we have like here the next meetings, right? So Wednesday, it will be group 1 at the regular time of class, and I will invite some practitioners that I know to come to this meeting, like maybe 3 people that can see your presentation and give you comments on that. And then on group 2 is like on Thursday, April 2nd, from 6 to 7. And this one is like Dimitri and Cody, also Heather, and anyone else who wants to join. Again, I hope that Colby or maybe Sammy will make it to this one. Watch this video about the West Side Studio, and also there's lots of information. So you have like a little bit of understanding of what the West Side Studio is. And then you just give this 3-slide presentation to them. So for April 8, what you need to do is like do a presentation like I'm doing right now, but it should be something that is actually like prepared, in where you have a script at the bottom talking or with the notes of what you will be saying in the PowerPoint. Why? Because we don't want to take more than 5 minutes. So I want you to give like a 5-minute presentation that it will have 5 projects that you made. The historical timeline, which is the slide that you already made. The slide analysis, you already have the slide. Data analysis, don't choose all the slides, but just like some of them. Then you have or even one of them, which could be the poster, by the way. Then you have like the listening exercise and the recommendation. So this is like very high level presentation, just like 5 minutes, and you can only say like a few things, but it has to be written. Why? Because we will actually give you comments on the script. So if I want to make changes about things that you could say or should say, I will add them in there. And then I want you to do a video just like this using PowerPoint. PowerPoint, actually, there's a YouTube video here about like how you record a regular PowerPoint. And you can do that, or you can do the Zoom video. And in this link actually tells you about creating an account in Zoom and just do like what we did today. It's like sharing the screen and recording like I'm recording right now. And what you need to do is like to upload to the Google Drive your 5 minute video, and you will do that under the final presentation folder and also in your individual assignment. I will give you, after I see this, I will give you comments about how to improve for the final presentation. And the final presentation will be at 5 at the time of class, just for 1 hour. Everybody has 5 minutes, just like before. So it will be 45 minutes for the entire class. So we just cite people for like to join us for an hour and a half, and that's it. So it will be like, hopefully we will stick to those 45 minutes, and then we will have some time for people to have comments, ask questions, and all that. And you will always join these like Zoom meetings using this link. So for this meeting, the 15th, for the April 1st and 2nd, we will use this link, and I already changed it. I will have to upload this like syllabus to the Google Drive, but this is the latest link that I share with you, not the first one. For this one on April 8th, you cannot use this link. You have to create your own because otherwise you cannot really record. So you need to have your own Zoom accounts in order to be able to record. So that's it for the homework. If there's any questions, please let me know. What I will do next is post a short lecture about community engagement in case you have one more background about inform, consult, collaborate, and empower. Well, thank you for watching.